Think of the fair weather friend, not as a metaphor, but as a rigid sociological law. In the economy of social standing, a wealthy or successful person attracts connections because of the light they cast. They shine. When the market crashes and they're left in ruin, when they bleed, those connections instantly vanish. It's not personal cruelty. It's the impersonal, self-preserving logic of the flock. The flock follows the light, not the wounded straggler. Your friends were not attracted to you. They were attracted to the light you emitted. And once the bulb blew, they simply moved on to the next source of illumination. The promise to be here for you expires. The moment here becomes a place of demanding, uncompromising darkness. This is the ultimate lesson in the market value of the human spirit. People do not love you. They love the utility you provide, the emotional labor you perform, the light you cast that benefits them. They love your strength because your strength is a firewall for them. It means you're reliable, capable of carrying your own weight, and sometimes capable of carrying theirs. Your strength is a guarantee that you will not crumble, that you will continue to function as their emotional constant, their problem solver, their stable entity in a chaotic world. But the moment your strength needs rest, the precise moment the weight becomes too much and you request a brief, necessary reprieve, their admiration curdles into resentment. They don't see a human needing recovery. They see a product failure, an inconvenient disruption to the supply of comfort you were engineered to provide. They recoil from the vulnerability implicit in your need for cessation. They love your heart, that boundless, giving, empathetic organ, because it means they can take from it freely, without condition or fear of reciprocation. Your heart is an endless reservoir of forgiveness and effort, an easily exploited resource. But the moment that heart, battered and weary, asks to be carried for once, to switch roles and be the recipient of the energy it has always dispensed, the affection evaporates. That request is a terrifying signal. It implies a debt, a responsibility, the possibility of sustained effort on their part. They're not interested in carrying, they're only interested in taking. A heart that needs carrying is a wounded liability, not an asset. And perhaps most telling, they love your smile, the visible, bright assurance that everything is fine, the social lubricant that makes interaction effortless and pleasant. The smile is permission to stay shallow, permission to avoid the difficult questions lurking beneath the surface. But they absolutely, profoundly reject your silence, Your silence is an existential threat to them. It suggests a private world they cannot access. It denies them the easy reading of your emotions. It implies a judgment or a process of internal change that they cannot control. Most dangerously, it suggests that you have ceased to require their validation or input. A silent person is an unreadable variable, and the world hates variables. They demand the noise of the smile and the chatter because it keeps you within their sphere of influence. When you become silent, you cease performing for them. You cease being a mirror for their comfort. This quiet withdrawal is perceived not merely as sadness, but as arrogance or coldness, because genuine self-possession, built from internal pain, is the one currency they cannot counterfeit or take from you. This dynamic is perfectly embodied in the stock market paradox. A stock, your personality, is wildly loved and invested in while it's performing well and rising. The strength, the smile. Investors praise the company, tout its stability, rely on its perpetual upward trajectory. But the moment the stock plateaus, or worse, issues a warning about an impending dip and requests an infusion of capital or patience, the rest, the asking to be carried, the investors panic. They don't rally around the company they supposedly loved. They divest immediately, prioritizing their own security over the survival of the entity they professed faith in. They love the profit, not the process. They love the shine, never the quiet struggle. So understand this. Every relationship you've ever had is a transaction. They're trading their presence for your performance, your strength for their comfort, your heart for their convenience, your smile for their ease. And the moment the transaction becomes unfavorable, the moment you cost more than you provide, they exit quietly, efficiently, with no explanation. Because in the market of human connection, you were never a person. You were an investment. And when investments fail to deliver, they're liquidated by order of the Peaky Blinders.